I don't get the Fragpunk hate. Alright, I really have to ask, why does a subset of people, you know, they have their pitchforks out for Fragpunk? Like, did this game personally rob you in the dark alley or something? Did it sneak into your house at night and whisper, "I'm not Valorant, but I could be," into your ear? Because, like, judging by some of these takes, you'd think Fragpunk just ran over someone's childhood dog. There's a big comparison going on in the community between Valorant and CS and Fragpunk. And first, I want to talk about Valorant side. The Valorant comparison that makes, you know, pretty much no sense. The main thing I keep seeing is people saying like Fragpunk is just a Valorant clone, and you know, how? Yes, they both have heroes. Yes, they both have bomb defusal, but that's like saying basketball and soccer are the same sport just because they both have a ball. Valorant is, you know, tactical, it's slow paced, and sweaty enough to cause dehydration. Fragpunk? It's fast, chaotic, and has gunfights that feel way more like Call of Duty than Counter-Strike or Valorant. It's like comparing a Formula 1 F1 car to a shopping cart with a jet engine strapped to it. Sure, they both move, but good luck trying to drive them the same way. If Fragpunk is copying Valorant, then I guess every fantasy movie is copying Lord of the Rings, and every sci-fi game is just a Halo ripoff. It's like saying, oh, you like chocolate ice cream? Well, it's basically just vanilla, but with extra flavor. That's not how things work. Just because two games exist in the same genre doesn't mean they're the same. That's like comparing Street Fighter to Super Smash Bros. Because they both involve punching people. Yeah, okay, but one of them lets me send Donkey Kong flying into space, so I think we're working with different priorities here. And so at the end of the day, Fragpunk plays nothing like Valorant. One is strategic, ability-driven, and tactical shooter, Valorant, and the other is movement-heavy, arcadey, rule-changing FPS. If Valorant is chess, Fragpunk is Mario Kart with sniper rifles. And then there's the argument, oh, just play Counter-Strike. That is the worst argument I've ever heard. Why play Fragpunk when Counter-Strike exists? Like, bro, what do you mean? That's like saying, why eat a burger when steak exists? They're both, you know, great. But sometimes I don't want a fancy high-stakes meal. I just want to grab something fast and fun, loaded with unnecessary toppings. Not to mention, Counter-Strike has been around since like the dial-up internet age. Just because it's the OG doesn't mean that there isn't room for something new. And also, you know, let's be real, Counter-Strike and Fragpunk appeal to completely different types of players. CS is about precision, you know, economy management, and knowing every possible smoke lineup on every map. If you don't have 5,000 hours of experience and the reaction speed of a fighter pilot, you're getting bodied in that game. And plus, you know, where you shoot, the bullet doesn't land there for some reason, and I don't really like that about the game. And, you know, Fragpunk is way more forgiving, way more chaotic, and actually lets you have fun without feeling like you need to quit your job and go pro just to win a round. You know, it's like saying, why play Apex Legends when PUBG exists? Because, you know, they both have Battle Royale. Well, maybe because I like sliding around at Mach 10 speed and doing backflips instead of crawling through a field for 30 minutes just to get sniped from a guy I never saw. You know, there's a lot of different things between Apex and PUBG that are very different. Same genre, but very different styles of play. And, you know, why can't Fragpunk exist here? Why is everybody saying, oh, CS, It's so dumb. And if every game had to justify its existence by proving it wasn't Counter-Strike, we wouldn't have Call of Duty. We wouldn't have Rainbow Six. We wouldn't have Overwatch. The whole "this game shouldn't exist because another game exists" argument falls apart the second you realize people like variety. That's like saying, why make another superhero movie when Spider-Man already exists? Well, because I don't want every movie to be about a dude swinging around in tights. Even if he's cool, I don't want to see every single movie being about that. So there is one that I'm going to have to give to about the UI. So there's a negative point about the UI. The UI is a mess, but you do get used to it. I will agree, UI is about as intuitive as a microwave with 50 buttons but no labels. The first time I opened the menu, I also, I felt like an old man trying to set up a new phone. Just aimlessly like clicking stuff and hoping for the best. It's like Fragpunk went out of its way to make finding things an adventure. So it is I'll give you know, that to the people complaining. It is really difficult to navigate initially. Once you get the hang of it, it's not really that bad. Sure, it's not good, but it's the kind of bad you learn to deal with. You know, like a broken car window, you just cover it with duct tape instead of fixing it. Yeah, the layout is kind of weird, but it's not like you're going to be staring at menus mid-match anyway. And once you memorize where everything is, it stops being an issue. And at that point, complaining about it is like being mad at your favorite restaurant that changed the menu design, you know? It's annoying at first, but as long as the food is still good, does it really matter? The main button that you're going to be pressing anyway is the big old play button in the bottom left corner anyway, so it is what it is. And so for the people that are like hating on the game, Fragpunk's actually pretty cool if you give it a chance, so I want you to give it a chance. I've ranted about the weird complaints. I want to talk about what actually does well because, you know, shocker, it's not just some dumpster fire people make it out to be. First off, the shard car system, that thing is genius. Every round, you and your team get to pick these wild modifiers that completely flip the game on its head. 1 second you're playing a normal match, and the next everyone's reloading at the speed of a 90-year-old trying to send a text. Some of these cards even turn the game into a straight-up cartoon, like making enemy heads massive for easy headshots. And it's like if Looney Tunes and Call of Duty had a baby, and honestly, I'm here for it. Unlike other shooters that get stale after a few rounds, Fragpunk keeps you guessing, which makes every match feel very, very different. And can we talk about how stylish the game is? Every character in Fragpunk looks like they just walked out of a punk rock music video. Or at the very least, a Hot Topic clearance sale. It's, you know, it's a weird comparison to make, but it's very unique, is what I'm trying to get at. And the customization? Insane. You can deck out your guns with flashy skins, charms, and enough stickers to warrant a whole custom guns for you. And the characters as well. There's a bunch of skins. You can also change your headwear. You also have little wrist things that you can put on. There's a lot of customizations in this game. It is crazy how much customization you can do. And a lot of it for free. Plus, you know, the fact that the shooting is really good and it feels very at home. And, you know, the guns are hit scanned, which is something that is really nice. Where you aim is where the bullets go. I want to repeat that one more time. Where you aim is where the bullets go. Counter-Strike? No. Valorant? I don't remember, but I think it's a no. The bullets like fly above the crosshair for some reason and they hit the wall 5,000 feet up in the air instead of where you're aiming at, which for me it doesn't really make that much sense. But you know, that's just me. That's my opinion. That is my perspective. It is not a game for me. If you like it, then that, by all means, go play Counter-Strike, go play Valorant. It is your game. But what I'm trying to say is don't bash on Fragpunk just because it is not your game. I hope that makes sense for you. And so, you know, I get it. New games get hate all the time. People don't like change, and they definitely don't like anything that isn't exactly what they expect. But Fragpunk isn't trying to be Valorant. It is not competing with Counter-Strike. And yeah, the UI is a bit wonky, but it's not the end of the world. It's just a fun, fast-paced hero shooter with some really, really cool ideas. And if you go into it expecting anything else, that's kinda on you. At the end of the day, Fragpunk is just Fragpunk. It's not the second coming of Valorant. It's not here to replace Counter-Strike, and it's definitely not perfect. But if you give it a chance, you might actually have fun. You know, the thing we're supposed to be playing games for in the first place. So yeah, maybe put the torches and pitchforks down, please, or at least direct that energy towards something more deserving. Like, I don't know, people who chew with their mouths open or something. But that's it for my rant. I hope I made my point clear. If you have anything else that you want to discuss, leave it in the comments below and I might make a video talking about it, who knows. But thank you guys for watching this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!